The fallout from China's crackdown on foreign waste is taking its toll here in Australia, putting a heavy strain on our disposal services. It's prompted warnings that stockpiling could create dangerous fire hazards. Australians are being advised to think smart and clean up their recyclables.
Every year, Australia sent more than 500,000 tonnes of recycling waste to China. That's 11 times the weight of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. But since January, China has rejected the world's garbage, including Australia's.
It is very, very likely that we may see the landfilling of some unprocessed recyclables in the short term for us to be able to get through this very difficult period.
And with no market to sell it off to, waste companies are being forced to hoard the materials. At least 2 New South Wales councils have confirmed to SBS News its contractors are currently stockpiling.
There is some stockpiling which you'd expect to happen because obviously we've got to hold on to the material until we find a good home for it. But
when batteries and aerosol cans are mixed, there are warnings the mounds of waste could become dangerous.
If they're left for any period of time in an unprocessed fashion, could ignite and they could become very, very serious fire hazards.
In Victoria, ratepayers are likely to see the costs passed on, as councils are now forced to pay contractors to get rid of the garbage, instead of being paid themselves.
Somebody does need to pay for the additional disposal costs, and it's likely that those costs are going to be, will need to be paid by the person generating that waste.
State governments have responded to China's ban by throwing millions of dollars to help local councils deal with the problem. New South Wales has dedicated $47 million, while Victoria is chipping in $13 million. But while Australia is struggling with processing its own recyclables, it may be leading the world on managing electronic waste. This world-first microfactory transforms discarded smartphones and computerware into valuable materials that can be reused for 3D printing.
We've actually shown the world that Australia can, of course, not just be a leader in the science and the new advances we're making, but in this case, the technological advances. And we are sitting at the cusp of making history.
In the meantime, Australians are being encouraged to better manage their recycling waste, instead of resorting to other Asian markets to send the garbage to.
We need to educate the community to recycle better. We need investment in our recycling facilities, and then obviously we need to invest in ways of reprocessing more of that material onshore.
Creating an opportunity that can't be wasted. Rashida Yousafzai, SBS World News.